sort of like felt like I'm just gonna step back and let you do your thing because I was loving being surprised, but I take it specifically, you know. So
You know, honestly, bro, I feel okay. So I have a method. I won't work too hard for anything. I won't force any idea. Right? Kind of like what you said in Never Left in your verse when you was referencing, you know what I'm saying, if the feeling's not right, you're not gonna move with it. I'm the same way. First the beat, I have to I feel something when I hear the beat, you know what I mean? And I know that this is going to be something that's going to drive words. You know what I mean? Sometimes you hear a beat and you like it, but it's not going to really drive a story or
right,
push
right,
you in any particular direction. So the ones that I heard, I knew instantly. The moment I hear them, 2-3 seconds within, I know that this is something that is going to grow like a plant.
right.
Um,
Let's go. Yeah,
yeah. So that's the first step, right? Is just like feeling like what beat is going to do that, and then when that happens, you know, it might be I might have an idea because the beat will have a certain color to it. It'll have a certain hue. And so it might be something that makes me feel aggressive, or it might make me feel like, you know, something that makes me get, get introspective,
and this is crazy.
right?
All happening within 2 to 3 seconds. You
Yeah,
said.
yeah. Instantly, I know it puts you in the mood. It has a tone, and it puts you in the mood just like colors do, right? We know with branding, you're gonna have the desired effect. So in this case, you got. Oh, thank you. I was looking for that.
I gotta say, not to not to stop you in the middle of your points, but that's something that I felt like was important. Like I felt right from the first couple of songs that we finished, like we was aligned with sort of the idea of that emotional like connection that a song needs to make. Like it needs to tug somewhere. Like it doesn't
Right,
have to fit into time or like trends. It just has to tug at someone's spirit somewhere.
right,
So I
right.
feel like you have like I feel like a lot of what you're talking about is intention, and I think that's a lot of these records. There's nothing frivolous. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's one of the reasons why too, as like stepping back in the producer seat, like I felt like curating tracks. It was like, yeah, I think less is more with this because everything is very intentional that we have so far. So it's like let's just put that.
Mix it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get caught in the same rut.
But yeah, man, let me play some of these records. So I want to say because this is the first joint we worked on, not skipping the jump, right? It was interesting for me because it was one of them beats I threw in the folder where I was just like, all right, this is an idea. It was just like this wild idea I had, and it was just that loop. It was just the piano loop and the drums. So I was like, it's just an idea. And I think I had given you like 5 or 6 beats, and out of all of those, you were just like, not that one. Like I said, it was like that one. And then I think you wrote to it, right? You recorded a scratch track to it, and then I heard that what you put together, and then the beat. I'm not gonna say it changed, but it's definitely different. Like as far as the amount of layers and how you wrote this story, and it was like, all right, I just tried to take the baton from the other
I
side.
you
All right,
you
let's
you
take the
you
whole.
gave me the skeleton. I put the muscles on it, but then it needed the skin. So you changed it, you know what I mean, so that the skin fit the muscles. You know what I mean? And now, you know what I mean? Now we got a moving organism,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. Yeah, it's a good chemistry for sure.
Where did you like? when, like, how did you go? I tell stories too, but like I'm always intrigued with story. So it's like, where did it start with this one? Like, it's just a wild story, bro.
Man,
Is it true on the low low?
you it's not a true story, like factually 100%.
Yeah.
It's an amalgamation of things, you know what I mean, that I've either experienced firsthand or heard about. But the way that it came about, man, it was kind of so I'm in a group, Rotten Revenge of the Nerds, and one of all the brothers from Pratt, Omega Red, Yang, Chi, Cypher, El Chimu. We just been going back and forth for the past couple years, writing and reciting and just critiquing each other, you know. So one of the critiques was, I'm hearing a lot of these repeated rap patterns. Yeah, you could rhyme good, that's cool. So I'm not really sure. But you came with these beats soon afterwards. And I said, okay, well, if I'm gonna approach something unfamiliar to me, because this is my first time writing a story, being an animator, you want to make sure that you check the boxes. You got rising and falling action. It's interesting. There's some twist at the end. I knew that I needed it to be theatrical. You know what I mean? And then I said, okay, I was already outside of my element writing a story. So then I went outside my element even more and decided to take on some subject matter that I don't normally discuss. You know what I mean? And so I felt like, well, if I'm going left here, I can go right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's not the normal subject matter that I'm discussing on Hop, Skip, and a Jump.
I feel like that's a problem though in hip hop culture specifically, because the idea to me of songwriting, a big part of it is creative writing. So I could be anything. I could do anything. I could talk from the perspective of a bird. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like,
Right.
I don't understand sometimes when it's like, I'm trying to create a world and you got to kind of ride with me on that. You know what I mean? I feel like overall that's what we're trying to do. I don't want to spend too much on just one, and especially, I want to talk about because I don't know, we on the platform. They might try to shadow ban some hot shit.
We have to be prepared for the worst.
Hold on. Bro, you went all the way in on this shit. Oh my God.
You're gonna do it, you gotta do it,
Bro, what, like, where was that one at? Like, where did that one come from?
Okay, so on this one, I gotta give the credit to a YouTube channel, Aboriginal TV. I've been listening to them for the past couple months, maybe even a year now. And they explore a bunch of subject matter, history, and current events. They're rather, a bit political, but not, traditionally political. Just in the sense of us recognizing who we are, what our status is, and what it is that we should be doing. So we know that we know what not to do if we're going to be successful as artists, right? We're not going to be controversial. We're not going to, tip the boat in the wrong direction if we want to make it, right? And so that fear, I feel like going against that is going to yield the best result,
Right.
right? So what I really want to do is for everybody who can't do it, for everybody who has too much at stake, let one person have the courage to say what needs to be said for the record.
It's a weird. Yo, bro, it's such a strange. I feel like this record is vibey. I love it because it's vibey, but also conceptually, what you doing conceptually, what you standing for, it's like it's a weird inverse thing because you saying the hook is literally saying y'all gonna shadow ban some hot shit. So it's like I might just be saying this into the void.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's the infinite mirror. Cause I'm not supposed to know that, you know what I mean? That's supposed to happen to me later, and I'm not supposed to be able to incorporate that into the song. But this is, the situations are so predictable here that I can pretty much count on what's gonna happen.
I like it also because of the balls, bro. I think that it's a ballsy fucking move as an artist to do conceptually too. To just say no, I'm not gonna bend to those rules. Like there's some things why we don't talk about it. We all know why we don't talk about it because you were everybody silencing you. So like I feel you. But, so let's get into Earth's More, bro. This was like every time I like send out a beat pack, like I try to just throw joints on there that I think the artists like, and then I try to throw a couple on there that I like, but I know that they might not vibe with, but it's a chance that they'll fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So this was one of those ones with you where I was like, all right, I didn't expect you to choose that, but I like this beat a lot, and what you wrote to it just fit so well. So you want to go into that, like.
This anything that has a really strong direction, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be attracted to, right? If you're trying to do everything, then you end up doing nothing. But when you have a tendency to make decisive beats, they don't sound like each other. They're very much branded towards themselves.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, so taking a beat from you is easy or choosing amongst 10 beats, I want 6 of them. He's got like a 60 percentage rate, whereas most producers will present 10 beats. I might want 1 or 2. You know what I mean? It might be a 10 to 20 percentage rate. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I just try to like I said, I try to throw stuff out there that's like, all right, maybe you like my preconceived notions of what you might like. I try to throw it out the window for a couple of joints because it's like, all right, I know I like this. I don't know what it is, but maybe you'll hear it and know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think that probably accounts for it too. And I do try to. Also, bro, I don't want to sit on here and cap. As far as me as a producer, when I sit down and I'm making stuff, I'm just making stuff. Everything ain't dope. There's a lot of shit where it just be like, yeah, that didn't go anywhere. But I think for my style, like you said, I really work on the yield as far as how many. I sit down and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make a bunch of beats. Not all of them are gonna be great, but how many out of like 10? If I make 10, I gotta have at least 5 or 6 that like, yo, those are dope. The rest, I don't know where that's gonna go, but those are fire. You know what I'm saying? So I do try to work like in batches, where it's like, all right, I try to push myself to, all right, make something groovy. At least, like, I can't have too many misses in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear you. I don't choose beats, man. I feel like the beat and the lyrics are like a marriage. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Husband and wife, and you can't really force it.
No.
You can introduce them to each other.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But what's gonna happen is what's gonna happen. It's not what you want to happen.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's what's gonna happen naturally on its own because they feeling each other.
Yeah. I
You know?
believe in that fully. I believe with channelers. You know what I'm saying? And those things that we channel, like you said, sometimes are very clear. You can get the focus so right. You like, nah, that goes together. Like they just want to go together. Those two things, or that way I put that together. That ain't even me. You know what I'm saying? Like that just happened. That just happened. But I think Earth's More too is one of those songs I did feel a bit of pressure because I felt like it was important. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, this song has to sound right, not just sound right, like, oh, it's a movie song, but it needs to get the idea across. This one where the idea is most important. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Earth's More is like the opposite of Shadow Band, but they are exactly aligned. Their purpose is the same, but they are completely opposite approaches to the same thing. You know what I mean? And Earth's More is like the softer approach, the more educational. You know what I mean? Sit back and listen, and I might appeal to your intellectual senses. You right?
I feel like we needed that though. We needed a record like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Definitely.
Yeah. You can't kick down the door on
Yeah.
every single track. You know what I mean?
But speaking of which, the brother from another planet, like that, those verses is just crazy. Like
That
I just when you sit
personally, that's my favorite one, man.
ass kicking mode, like yo,
Personally, that's my favorite one, man. That one I feel like it was all me. You know what I mean? Like I was really in the closet. I don't care. I'm not trying to do nothing to change the world. You know, this
yeah,
song is not.
just
You know what I mean? In no
getting
way
busy.
charity.
It's getting busy. Sometimes you gotta.
Yeah,
I,
man.
I feel
I'm
like
just
there's a place, especially when you talk about albums, because people for a second stop caring about albums, but the album art form of curating is like you can't hit people's ear one after another with the same sort of thing. So it's like you do need them joints for me as a hip hop fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just yo, all right, you just get busy. All right, then you got
up
to
and down.
like yeah, you gotta have it. But you always, I feel like yeah, the hip hop head, you need that lyrical exercise. I need a couple of tracks with the lyrical exercise. I need to like I hate to use the term, but I need to hear that. You got to check that box. It's just what it is.
For a writer, it's necessary.
Yes.
It's the fun
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
You understand that you have a job to do, you have a task to do, you have to do things to make a complete album sound complete. You can't just do what you want to do what you want to
Right.
hear the whole time. But yeah, on that one, that was just me having fun. That was just me doing it for the original reason.
Right. I love tracks like that. I love tracks like that. Speaking of the original reasons, so this track, this is the joint that I'm actually on. I love this track. When
This
I
track
made,
is very, very strong.
bro, when I made the beat, I didn't have no, like I said, I didn't have no idea what it was going to be, whether somebody's going to be rapping on it or whatever, and I was just playing the vocal samples to what felt right to me, like an instrument. So when you put verses to it, it was like I had to work backwards. I had to go, okay, how do I put a chorus on this? Because at first I was like, I don't know how I put a chorus on this. It was like, all right, I had to just sit down and figure it out, but it was working
Thank you.
backwards.
You did awesome.
Huh.
This track is nostalgic.
Yes.
Even when you're hearing it for the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It sounds like the past, but brought to the future.
Yeah.
On some Demolition Man type.
And I think it's like I think that's the theme of what we got going on here is like, this intention. Like the beat sort of like pushed you this way, and you went with it, and then I saw where you were going. I'm like, and it all made sense. It all made sense down from the feel of the beat, like you said, to the concept of the song. You know, and also just on a personal note, bro. You know, we went to school together, and we haven't. You know, we both was MCing around the same time, and I felt like, you know, hearing your story, like even before college, like you was MCing, I was MCing. So, but we never had a song yet. So for me, it was like, all right, this is the first journey me and Ghost gonna do. So like, I really wanted it to have a idea behind it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like one of the things that's really strong with this track for me on a personal note is like the concept of aging out of hip hop. Just being straightforward, putting it on fucking Front Street. Like, this shit is nonsensical. I'm only gonna get better.
Right.
It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Right.
I honestly feel like I'm a better writer than I was ever. Like, I'm way better. I'm way better. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta remember this is art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not a suit that you're gonna wear for the rest of your life, that you have to really be and have to speak 100% truths, and when you're out on the street, people expect you to be this persona that's on your album cover. You know what I mean? Like, this is art. You're an artist, like an artist who paints a painting. You know what I mean?
That's what we do.
You're supposed to be able to paint whatever you want and not have to answer for it.
And the thing I feel is really foul, you know, particularly with hip hop culture, is like, it's art, like you said. So how are you gonna age artists out? They're artists.
They're gonna get crispier. They're gonna get better. They're gonna get better and better. It's their voice. It's their voice and their creativity. It's not their image. It's not how they look, right? It's not if they're pretty or if they're handsome. It's their voice that you're listening to. That's what we're valuing here. How can they rap on rhythm? Can they sing well? Right? Not what they look like. Not can they make a good video?
Yeah.
Who cares about that? This is music.
Well, I feel like it's swinging back, brother. I feel like it's swinging back because they got a lot of music out there right now, and the cream rises to the top.
Right.
So, getting around to the last track, again, fucking mind blown, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Where did you come with this whole deja vu
listen.
concept? And then you like, I'm still decoding those bars, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot packed into those.
I'm still decoding those bars. I'm still sitting here like,
everything means something. Everything means something. There's a lot in those.
Deja vu got a lot.
Bro, I feel like I'm not writing it. Like I'm writing it, but I feel like I'm not.
It feels otherworldly, bro.
It's just coming. Yeah, it's just coming. It's coming down, and I'll take it. I'll receive it when I'm conscious. I'll write it down if I'm lucky enough. But you know, I can't take 100% credit. I feel
for my nephew and shit, and we was geeking, bro, because it's like, you know, all the karmic cycles and stuff, like, just it's so jam packed with so many ideas. But this is the beauty of hip hop and MCs, like efficiency. How you get across complex, huge volumes, like ideas, with just a couple of bars. Who else does that? Like, as far as when it comes to writing stuff, you know what I'm saying? Bro,
yeah.
That shit is pretty dope. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like,
I appreciate you.
And I listen to it a million times to mix it, but I'm still like, shit. Oh shit.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. That's cool. That's what's up.
Yeah, bro.
Do you have the live
Damon,
recording?
what up, man? I'm sorry, I got caught up rambling, bro. You've been there in seconds. It's like a little live, little prep chat. What's going on?
Which one is crazy? Who said?
Yeah. That's
Oh,
my
the
nephew.
Deja Vu joint.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's you ever seen the movie Vanilla Sky?
Yeah, that's what that's what it's doing. It's
Yeah,
doing.
yeah. It's definitely influenced by that movie for sure.
It's hard to tell which reality is the
Yeah, bro. So I don't I don't be doing things. I'm new to this going live. So I don't know how to really like how we sign off, but that's pretty much it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Go check
Word.
it out. It's on all the streaming platforms. We kept it short and sweet, but like you've been saying, it's potent, it's intentional, and Ghost is going crazy.
That's what's up. Yeah, I'm proud of us, bro. I think we did something, you know what I'm saying, phenomenal. Regardless
Yeah.
of like what happens or what kind of response it gets, like
But we got the
this
comics.
is this is more than
Comics
this
coming
is
out.
more than impressive.
Yeah.
Say again?
I said we got the comic coming out too. So that's one
Right,
like
right. Yeah, I got the third page done today. I didn't send it to you
yeah,
yet.
yo, bro, it's just do it how you want to.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool. Yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along, bro. All right,
All
man.
good.
Let me get
All right.
some of this food in me.
Yeah. Ladies.
All right. Peace.
Oh.